Hello guys, welcome back to another video in ECET series. In this series, I'm gonna solve TS-ECET 2020 Java paper. Java is one of the most important subject in ECET. It has got 10 marks in the last time. Let's get into our first question very soon. The the memory size of character in Java is character size in Java is 2 bytes. When it is converted into bits, it becomes into 16 bits. I have already said while C and DS paper solving that as this type of conversion questions may be asked. So be careful with this type of conversion questions. Now let's get into our second question. The question is this is an unsigned right shift operator. The operator in Java represents this is an unsigned right shift operator. So it represents shift right zero fill operation. Shift right zero fill operation means, for example, if we take minus 8, when we do this like this, minus 8, sorry, minus 8 with 2 bits. Then it goes like minus 8 bits are 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. 8 is represented like this and minus represented like this. Now it is a sign bit. Okay. And when we shift towards 2 bits, let's cancel these 2 and it will be like 0 1 0 0, and this bit is replaced with 0, means it becomes a positive number and it becomes like 2, it becomes 2. This is what it is, this is why it is called as zero fill operation. It sign bit is filled with 0. If you observe in C++ also have at least one question on operators. So go through the operators and their functions thoroughly. And now jump into our third question. Which of the following keyword represents the invoking of current object? This will invoke the current object. It is a reference variable. It refers to the current class instance variable class method, and this function this function is will invoke the current class constructor. Okay, now let's jump into our next question. The valid syntax constructor in Java is a constructor is a function with same name as class name and initializes the object. Constructor don't have any return type. In the first three options, we can see they are having a return type, so the system gives an error. So the answer is the log so the answer will be the last option. This is the correct answer. Constructors can have parameters also. Now let's get into our fifth question. Which of the following variable is also known as class variable? Java provides us three types of variables. They are class variables, instance variables, and local variables. Here class variables are also known as static variables, as they are declared with static keyword in a class but outside a method or block. We will have only one copy of each class variable as class per class, regardless of how many objects they are created from it. To learn more information about Java variables, I have placed a link in description. Go through the link in the description. Now let's jump into our sixth question. In Java, multiple inheritance is implemented by using Java don't support multiple inheritance because the compiler cannot determine which class method to be invoked when there is a same signature. But To achieve this, we use a concept known as interface. So multiple inheritance is implemented by using interfaces. Interfaces is a way to achieve abstraction also. Now let's jump into a seventh question. Wha- what is the output of the following code? Here the code is given. In Java we have here we will see the code. First, here class X is declared, and we have a show method and by extends X, and we have another show method in by class Y, and the and with same signature. Both have same signature in class test, and we have main method, and here we have created object. Here we have called the slow show method, but there is a mistake. Here it is called by using class name, so it will not work. It gives an error, system error. What are the options? Hi xy, hi yx, hi y. But there is no error given in the options, so the options are wrong. Here it is given that note for this question dispensary is found in the question or answer. Full marks will be being awarded to all the candidates. Here the options are wrong. Here we will get an error because it is called using class name, not the object name. What if it is called by object name? Let's see with an I will run this code and see the output. Here I am explaining the same code I have called using the object name, and let's see what the output we will get. It's running. The output is hi y. Here you can see that. Here because it's executing this hi y itself. Okay, now let's get into our next question. Which of the following is checked exception in Java? In Java, we have two types of exceptions: checked and unchecked exception. Checked exceptions means the exceptions which are checked at runtime, at compile time. Sorry, and unchecked means that are not checked at compile time but found at runtime. In the given options, illegal access exception is the only illegal access exception is only checked at compile time. So this is the checked checked exception, and these are unchecked exception. These are checked at runtime. Null pointer exception, string index out of bound exception. It's may also called as index out of bound exception, arithmetic exception. Exceptions are the important concepts in the Java. So go through the complete topic about exceptions. Now let's get into a ninth question. Return of execute update statement in JDBC. The syntax of execute update is int execute update of string SQL. This is the syntax for execute update. Here int means int is the return type. So and it returns so this is the answer, and it returns the number of updated rows in the by the exception in the SQL statement. Sorry, by execution. Now let's get into our final question. Dash method ensures that main thread is the last to stop in Java thread. We don't have any methods like leave, stop final, and kill final in Java. So the answer is join method. This method makes the main thread to wait for itself to die. So this will ensure that the main thread is last to stop. Go through all the concepts in Java, but be perfect at Java programming as it sees the future of the programmers. That's it for the day. Hope you learned something new. Like, share, and subscribe the video. Don't be a sadist. Share this with all your friends. Comment your any questions or doubts. Thank you. This is VSK signing off.